The Dallas Mavericks will have Dereck Lively II available to play in their Game 5 matchup against the Minnesota Timberwolves, with a chance to close out the Western Conference Finals series and advance to the NBA Finals. Lively had been sidelined for Game 4 due to a neck sprain that he suffered in Game 3 that caused him to be ruled out for the remainder of that performance. And the Mavericks clearly missed his presence in Game 4. There was a lack of rim protection presence throughout the course of the game, requiring them to turn to Dwight Powell for spot minutes. After 4 minutes, his performance was over. Maxi Kleber was working his way back into form after missing time due to injury in his own right with a shoulder joint in his right shoulder that naturally caused him to have to work his way back into form in terms of shooting the basketball over the past week, as well as take contact, things of that nature. He was limited to 15 minutes in his first performance, but there was no inclination of a minutes restriction for Lively. As you can see in this footage that's playing on this video, Dereck Lively went through a regular pregame workout. This was before the announcement of his availability status. He was throwing down the typical dunks you would see, had great touch on hooks and his jump shot, and just the regular Dereck Lively that I've watched throughout his entire career with the Mavericks, and definitely bodes well for his outlook for making an impact in this Game 5. In case you missed it from earlier, I'm going to provide the full shoot-around interview that Dereck did with reporters discussing his injury and his thoughts ahead of tonight's game, with the timing being him not obviously knowing his status. So just keep that in mind when you watch this video.
Testing it out, getting knee in the back of your head ain't easy. Trying to just make the chain reaction go down your back, go down your neck. So just trying to be able to just be more cautious of my body, trying to figure out what I can and can't do. Just testing it out. As you doing right now, just with the touch shot, just doing out what I can do.
What'd you find out? Any big limitations that you felt?
I mean, I just stepped out here. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be able to do some touch shots, happy to be able to take steps forward. I'm still trying to figure it out. I really don't know how much I can do. We're just figuring out what I can do, just trying to take it, see what's going to bring up red flags and what's not. So it's really just going to be able to just time itself.
And then after they decided you were in the concussion protocol, you haven't done any other concussion tests since then, right?
No.
Okay.
At first it was a little scary of a concussion because, you get knee in the back of the neck. Yeah. But I'm here, 20/20 vision, able to speak, able to remember. It was all that.
Did you watch the game yesterday, the day before yesterday?
Sucks. I'm sitting on the sideline. I'm sidelined. And I don't want to be able to be a crutch whenever I step out on the floor. So I want to be able to make sure my mind and my body is right, and my body is ready for when I step on the court.
You do expect to go tonight?
And still to be able to be told, I'm still trying to figure out what I can do. But, only time to tell.
No, you want to go.
I wanted to play Game 3. But, it's just what my body is going to allow me to do.
Are you in pain?
Discomfort, we're not going to call it pain, we're going to call it discomfort. But, everything in my neck was locked up from right after I got hit. So it's just been a lot of treatment, a lot of stretches, just a lot of just being able to just know what my body, listen to what my body's telling me.
What were the things you saw as a spectator watching the series that you maybe didn't realize when you were out there getting minutes?
How open some of the spots on the floor is. Whenever they send two people on the ball and they have a heavy nail to make sure that they get past the short roll, that means 1.5 person. The 2 people are open on the side. So it's to be able to being able to get the pass to them, having them cut to get to open space, trying to find the open area. There's times where we hear everybody talking about how they're the aggressors, so we got to be able to be the aggressor this time.
Do you remember anything about the play itself?
Remember looking up, looking at a rebound, and then I'm looking at my numbers. So it was real quick, and I had I had a burning sensation in the back of my head because you get knees in the back of the head. There's nothing that's going to describe that hurt worse than the nose. So, it's just been taking my time, been able to try to recover as smoothly as I possibly can. I don't want to go out there and get hurt again. I don't want to go out there and, flare something up in my back or my neck. So what I'm going to do is take it step by step.
Are you having any range of motion issues?
No, first couple of days I did, and it's really just been coming down to treatment. There's been a lot of times where I'll wake up stiff, but no matter if I wake up stiff, I'm going to go get treatment, being able to try to loosen up my body and trying to be able to turn.
Have you done anything explosive? Have you got any lobs or anything like that?
We're going to try. You guys kind of caught me during the beginning of the workout, so I can't give you what I can and can't do. But, hopefully I'll be able to just take it step by step.
How do you think your absence contributed to the Wolves' week?
I feel like there was they scored a lot in the paint. There was a lot of times where They were just getting easy buckets where I just saw myself in the position where I could stop. So we're just trying to be able to help my teammates try to get in those positions, try to stop them when I'm out on the floor. And just, I have my trust in my teammates. I trust all of them in my life. So I know they're going to be able to get the job done, either if I'm on the floor or if I'm not on the floor.
We're trying to be smart, long range here, and obviously team advanced.
Exactly. That's really what we're looking at. So just trying to be able to understand the timeline of my body, timeline of the game, just trying to understand what we can and can't do.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'm going to continue to try to put together these quick updates while I'm at games and events to be able to keep you guys informed as I'm continuing to cover the Mavericks and the NBA. And this is just one of the formats I'm going to be testing out, as well as some quick hitting analysis stuff after games, because those film breakdowns do take quite a bit of time, and I want to get some thoughts out at least faster to you. And I figured no better time to test this out than during a deep playoff run. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel. That really helps me out, and I really appreciate those who already have done so. And if you could like this video, comment, it all helps to be able to reach new people, grow, and then help me continue to cover these games and events.